It is, this is the regular meeting of the Duluth Community Service District Finance Committee. And we are starting at 2:30. Okay, call to order and roll call, and both the committee members are here. Is there any public comments? No public comments, okay. And what about the minutes? Did you find any problems with the minutes?
No, I did not make motion to approve the minutes.
Very good, and I'll second it when it's done.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll sign the paper that says it's done. I may have a pen here. Okay, we now have general fund and sheriff special tax fund. Any questions, comments about that?
No, just a lot of expenses for December.
Yeah.
That's my comment, but they're all valid that I can see.
And a couple of them, like the BBK,
Uh-huh.
that was for 2 months.
Right.
So that one was a little higher.
We mean a little higher. Huh?
A lot higher.
It's a
lot
lot of
higher.
money. I'd like to know the total amount we paid them last year.
Okay.
That's a good,
I'd like that to know how much we
I can
paid.
tell you that before you leave.
Thank you.
You push your button, or a few buttons.
Okay. And the other thing we need to do, well, we'll talk about that later. That's, I didn't see anything in particular there that was any issue. Okay.
no, I didn't either.
Okay. And we have the audit update.
I don't know if Jim wants me to just go ahead and start. We had our Zoom meeting with E. Bailey, is
Uh-huh.
what they're called. And it went pretty well. At this point, we decided there's certain AJEs that NIGRO and NIGRO are under contract to do, like the OPEB,
Yeah.
and the GASB.
Yeah.
That was part of their proposal.
Mhm.
They are still taking care of those. E. Bailey is doing certain ones like depreciation, they're gonna help with.
Mhm.
So we're kind of, I've already completed, I went ahead, we decided that the easier journal entries that I'm comfortable with doing, I went ahead and did. And they have all that documentation as of last Thursday. So
Great.
they are cranking on it right
Great.
now. I don't have anybody that's asked me for anything more at this point. So
Great.
Wonderful.
I'm
Will
assuming.
they be ready by the next meeting to present to us?
I hope so. I hope so.
March,
I hope so.
I mean,
Oh,
February.
February.
Yeah, well, I think so.
Yeah, we didn't see a
We
problem.
originally said March, but February.
That's what we talked to
That's
the
what-
lady,
that's-
that's
yeah.
the new person about, that we
Yeah.
needed this at the third.
Since they're
meeting.
taking that little chunk, I'm doing the little chunk and Nigro is doing a chunk. We all should be able to get this wrapped up a little sooner than we hoped.
So it'll be a
So-
February
Yeah,
presentation.
but Robert, didn't.
Wait, did you say
thought
you're going
might
to
be
be gone in
gone.
February?
March.
Oh, it's March, okay.
Okay, then we're-
That's why I thought it was
wanted for
March, and then I wouldn't be, now, the only issue with that, and it's not a real issue, is that we see it the day before the board sees it,
Right.
and the board gets it before the finance committee has seen it.
Well.
We had
yeah,
that
it's
issue
in the
with-
packet, right?
We had that issue before.
Well, then maybe we could have a special finance the week before.
Well, let's not do that. Let's just go ahead with the way we've done it this year, and then maybe in the future, we should do that a little differently. Because you would have to really,
If you want to dissect. it.
yeah, you have to, that's right. You have to do it a week before, and we'd have to reschedule the meeting a week before. And so we'll just do it the way we've done it. But in the future, let's do it that way, okay?
Okay.
I mean, the likelihood that there's any changes are going to be very small,
Yeah.
but even so, it's
Cutting it close.
probably just the way to do it. Anything else about that? LAIF?
So it's doing pretty good. What are we up to? We are up to because this is an old updated one. The newest rate is, daily rate is 2.41.
2.41, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Have we looked into the,
Oh, you want
Go
me to-
ahead, yeah.
Just briefly, because we've been focusing more on getting the audit in order, but looked into several places, you know, we can go to Chase, we can go to Banner, there's other banks. Right now, the rates are 4.62 for a 6-month treasury bill, and they're all across the board the same. So,
Because the treasury sets the rate.
yeah,
So whoever we're using is our basically facilitator, and I guess they get some cut from
Sure.
the government or whatever.
so how much if we were to invest right now?
if we were where we figured,
We,
if we did $1 million,
I would think at a minimum,
yeah.
because it's double what.
Yeah,
Well,
Okay.
let's do it.
yeah, I
Okay.
think
Let's
so.
bring it up with the board.
And that's a guaranteed rate. for
Can we,
6 months.
I think we should have a
You can
board
do
vote.
it, you can do it in your report,
Yes,
and it's too late for. Who we put on here?
but the way,
Vote.
the way we could do it, let me think, is that we recommend it and the board accepts the recommendations of
Of the.
Finance Committee.
Yeah.
That we're going to make some adjustments to our investment program.
Right.
And we'd like to take $1 million of our idle cash and move it from LAIF into treasury bills.
And because
6
of the
months.
interest rates.
You know what we may be able to do, and I haven't spoke to you about this yet. In 2 weeks, 3 weeks at the most, I'm going to be getting $1.1 million from the county for a first benefit fee assessment. So I'm wondering.
Robert could mention that as part
Yeah.
that, you know, we're gonna
Then
be
you would
getting.
have to
our-
take it out of LAIF, because it goes automatically into Banner, then I transfer it over to LAIF.
But what you're gonna do is probably with Banner, get 500 T-bill.
Right.
Or, yeah.
Right.
T-bill. And then that gives us a month, and that's where the board would have to vote, is to open an account at a different bank.
Mhm.
And so you have to do signature cards and stuff like that, so we could buy the second 500 at, let's say, Chase,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
And then that gives us a month, it'd
To
then be
get
on the
everything in
agenda.
order.
Because I don't think it actually takes a board action, because we talked about this just
Yeah.
a few minutes ago.
Yeah,
It needs to be in the minutes
Okay.
of what we're doing.
okay.
But moving around the money, we're not spending
We're not
money.
spending money. no.
Probably you guys and me have the legal authority to do
do
this.
that.
But you don't want to go that route. You
Yeah,
want to
right,
Get it in the
right.
minutes.
Yeah.
So you could make it just that the board, and when he finishes the report,
Mhm.
unless, it could be one of those, unless there's an objection, so ordered kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just in the report that we
Okay.
recommended to staff that we do this. And unless there's some objection from the board.
Right, that's good, that's a good way
We're
of
gonna
doing it.
proceed.
and just as a side
So
note.
let me, excuse me, I want to know the amount now. I mean, I've heard several things. We're gonna do $1 million now and
No,
500.
Let's do 500 now,
Okay,
and then we're gonna receive $1 million in property tax
okay,
within the next month. And so we're gonna, do it'll be on the board agenda
right.
to open another investment account.
Why not just do it all in Banner?
That's the thing, we were just
But we
kicking
were
this
going back
around.
and forth just
because
talking about that.
A T-bill is the
Is-
federal
is-
government.
so-
You could take that any
There is
time.
no limit.
I don't understand
really.
why,
You're right,
let's just do it all in one place.
You're right.
So we don't have to go through all of this rigmarole.
So why don't we can wait until we get,
No,
the
no,
payment.
do
Do two.
5 now, and then when you get. the-
Right, 5 now and then $1 million later.
Yeah,
Or well, $1 million or
$1 million.
another 5. So you
Well,
have
I
5.
think what you should do is do 5 now.
Mhm.
And then you need to spread things out just a little bit. The next month, you do another 500 and then wait another month and do another 500. So as they come due, you might capture a little bit higher interest rate. You might capture lower.
Right.
But I don't think that the interest rate is going to really go down.
No, not for a while.
So I think by staggering them as they come due every month, you have the chance to review where we are. Do we want to roll it over for another 6 months or do we need to take it? What do you think, Robert?
That's fine. That's fine. I see you could do it either way and there's arguments either way, but that would be fine.
Yeah.
We'll explain that to,
The T-bill rate in October was 4.50.
Oh, in October.
4.62.
Yeah, okay.
So
it's gone down a little bit.
No, it's gone
no,
up a
it's
little.
gone up a
What
little.
did you say, 4.1?
4.5 and now it's 4.62.
4.64.
Oh, it is, okay. So,
it's fine. But it's not,
Yeah,
it's
right.
right in there.
so what is, at $1 million, what is the return for us for 6 months?
40,000. Oh, no,
No.
20,000.
20.
Yeah,
40,000.
all right. So it'd be for 1.5, it'd be $30,000 per.
6 months.
Mhm.
But 100,000 would be, for a year would be 40, $1 million would be 40,000.
40,000.
Yeah,
45,000,
okay.
something like that.
Yeah.
45.
All right.
So, and then that would be another 22.
Yeah,
So we're at the 60 to 70,000 range
Right.
per year.
per year.
And then we've been talking about, we could, the board, as just policy, slide that over and start covering unfunded liability.
Remember, we were still going to get, you were going to talk to
And I
that.
did
Yeah.
not do
Right.
that.
Yeah, okay.
I started to pick up the phone and dial, and I remembered the bills that just slid past my
Right.
desk. Not really, it just holidays and everything.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. That's good. That's a progress here. Would you like to comment on the gas tax or we want to save that until after?
Let's do it after, probably. Oh, we can't, because it's not.
Not on the agenda, well, just a comment.
Just a problem. Yeah, we'll
We'll do it later. Any other questions, any other things that we need to do? Otherwise, we can adjourn the meeting.
No, I think we're in good shape.
Let me just make sure that there wasn't anything else. Let me think about that. I don't think so. I don't think there was anything else that we needed to discuss. We've done the audit,
Mhm.
LAIS.
See if they notice anything different?
I don't think anybody has noticed.
You guys notice
The
anything
final
different
seal is
behind
up.
your?
I saw that,
It's
but I
bigger.
didn't, yeah,
Yeah, because the other wasn't the right scale.
yeah, right,
Oh, yes.
So we put the smaller one up front when you come in.
right. Okay, so the meeting's adjourned,
You know,
unless there's something.
good. Right.
Excellent. Now,
Is it,
Is it paused?
have you
Still on.
still live? Not live, right?